Yeah, and Magic the Gathering is a bit different, but also, you know, life is a resource there that sometimes you spend on purpose because you're gonna get it back. Now, on to round number 2. We're not going to focus on the same things that we've seen over and over again because it's redundant. This match has already happened. There's not an opportunity for John to go back and change things. By the way, John, are you still here? Are you good thus far? Has it been too much? Let me know in the chat if things is working out for you. If you want me to stop and change something up or explain something a little bit more in detail, please feel free to do that. I've just written this down, so I'm kind of flowing. But if you need me to stop and be more specific about something just while I'm talking about it, I will do that. Otherwise, we can cover it once we get into how to train and practice some of these things. Definitely still here, just listening and taking it all in. Yeah. Our VODs are up and free for you to watch. We'll highlight this as well, and it is open. You don't need to be a subscriber or anything like that in order to look at it. I recommend highly you take this time and just chunk it up because getting better at Street Fighter is a process. I've been doing it for over 4 years, and a lot of people still think that I'm actually not that good at it. And I can't always be mad at those people. So, you know, take your time. You need it. And that's not an insult to you. That's just a fact. We all need time to get better. So, we'll start out here again. Get my notes up. All right. This kid is trying to throw fireballs here, and the input leniency is giving them DPs. And looking at your inputs, I was like boggled at first. I was like, why the fuck wasn't he not able to block it? And I guess you were just caught in neutral in between, and that's really unfortunate because this kid was just trying to throw a fireball here, and the uppercut came out. Whatever. It happens. You did well to quick rise, though. You got up, and then this Ken did stand heavy punch, which is not safe. And then they canceled it in a heavy kick tatsu, which is also not safe. What's up, Twisted? You'll definitely get a break here. I'm actually going to just take a quick second to drink. Everybody hydrate. Keep drinking water. So, heavy kick tatsu. We block the stand heavy punch. We block the heavy kick tatsu. We go to punish it. This guy mashed out EXDP. What a jackass. Well, the good news is this is our fault because we have the option to punish this, and the Ken's mashing of DP won't factor into it. And I will give John credit for this now. He does get this later on in the set, so we're not gonna like hang on to it. We're gonna remember that our opponent's meter doesn't always matter because a punish is free points. There's nothing they can do. You're punishing them. You just gotta trust that you're gonna hit it. And if you don't, then fuck. It happens. Forgive yourself. This was dope. This is a good whiff punish. This is neutral, baby. That was really good. The Ken whiff roundhouse. You were standing in a spot where the roundhouse whiffed. You reacted in time. I'm pretty sure. To punish. That's clean. That's as good as me or I could do on any day. Right? This is exactly what you're looking to do. This is what you want to do all the time, right? But you got to make the most of it. It's okay to respect the EXDP here. That's fine enough. Melsac has shown that they are comfortable to EXDP. But if that's what you're looking to exploit, there's a better range and a better place to try to do that. You can't just be afraid of every uppercut. There's still an opportunity for you to press your advantage here when you get something like this. Especially when the opponent gift wraps another setup for you because they don't quick rise. Remember, setups lead to sequences. Sequences win rounds. But you gotta know how to take advantage of it. And we'll cover that later. This is a better jump than the others. I still wouldn't call it great. We get bailed out here by the fact that the Ken does, one, the wrong uppercut. He did heavy punch instead of medium punch. Medium punch has anti-air and vulnerability. Heavy punch doesn't. It just hits like an uppercut. So that's why it got stuffed. We drop the combo, forgive ourselves, we move on. Now, look at what we see here, right? 67 seconds. We've got Ken in the corner again. Great spot. We jump, we get thrown. Now, luckily for us, Ken does front throw here instead of back throw, which would have put us right back into the bad place. The bad place being the corner. You don't want to be in the corner. It's the worst place in the game for you to be. Stay away from the corner. If you're in the corner, you're not better than your opponent anymore. You could have been better than them. You could have been way better than them. You could be astronomically, massively, horrendously better than them. If you're in the corner, you're not better than them anymore. You are at best even with them. At worst, you're dead. All right? Stay out that corner. Do not let your back get to that wall if you can help it. It is a terrible place to be. Now, if we end up in the bad place, there are ways to get out. We don't have to panic. It's not so dire that we need to just do anything in order to get out, but we do want to avoid it at almost all costs because the corner is very, very dangerous. It is an evil place where bad things happen to people. If you saw Mia and I streaming earlier and you saw us playing Laura, you would know that if we are able to get someone into the corner, we can do terrible, terrible things to their life points and make them hate the game. You don't want to hate this game. Medium punch would have won free there. I don't know if it would have won free there. They might. We'll get into it a little bit later. Now, like I said, thankfully we got front thrown, so it's not too bad. This right here is tricky. Not all sweeps are unsafe, but most of the time they are from most ranges. It's okay to not do a punish attempt here, which would have been a crouching heavy kick. I'm pretty sure it's the only thing that would have hit here. Maybe crouch medium kick, but I doubt it. It's okay to not sweep here because you know it won't work. It's not okay to not know whether or not it would have worked. This is more free points. We want to take those if we get the opportunity. You see, Ken is minus 12. If we pull up Ed's chart, we can see that any move that Ed has that is 12 frames or faster will punish if it reaches. That is an important part of punishing. If it's a whiff punish or a block punish, it's important that the moves start up in time, which you can look at via a chart and numerical data, and that it reaches on time, which you can only know for a fact by actually practicing in the game. It's a two-part process, and we want to make use of it. For the case that we're in here, I'm fairly certain that the only thing that would have reached was Ed's crouching heavy kick or super. Actually, no, super wouldn't have punished because it's 13 frames. Damn, that's super slow. Anyway, we want to keep aware of that because that's a chance. That's an opportunity. We don't want to let that go. This was our first opportunity for V-Trigger, which we haven't at all brought up. You'd be surprised, right? I've been talking for almost like over half an hour, I think, and this is the first time I'm bringing up V-Trigger. But it's because you actually don't really need it so much against a lot of opponents. Most people are perfectly fine to throw their life points away if you let them. But when you are down, you want to use V-Trigger. Dying with V-Trigger fully active is not a good look, because even if you don't have a chance to activate the V-Trigger, you probably had a chance to V-Reversal or do something with the meter, and it is useful. Here, this would have been a great place, I think, to activate Ed's V-Trigger. I am not as well versed in it offensively as others. Mad King is in the chat actually, so thankfully Mad King can do it, or can tell you what would have been best for it. But we'll experiment with it later on. The important thing to know is that this is a great opportunity for it. And it's not the only great opportunity that you earn, which is a positive thing. Remember, we're looking to keep good habits, break bad habits, and give ourselves opportunities. It's another heavy kick tatsu. Yeah, we wanna punish every heavy kick tatsu that whiffs. You might not be able to, but it's okay. Now, I also haven't talked about your anti-airs up until this point. And the reason for that is because anti-airing is hard. It's simple. You can just do crouch heavy kick right here and it would anti-air. but it's difficult. It's a long process. You'll have to practice it for a long time, over and over and over again. You'll get some anti-airs. Anti-airing will become automatic. You'll do some anti-airs as a reaction and feel amazing because, oh, I reacted to that. Did you see that? And then you'll whiff in almost the exact same situation and then die. And you'll be like, what the fuck? This game sucks. I hate it. But it's all part of the journey, and you've got to be ready for it. You've got to embrace that. Some you'll get, some you'll feel good about, some you'll be like, bro, please stop jumping so we can play Street Fighter. Some you'll whiff. It's the nature of the game. But if you don't do it, you give up free opportunities. This was a great jump. Why was it a great jump in comparison to some of the other ones? Well, we've seen Melsack anti-air in the double digits at this point, but we've never seen Melsack do an anti-air uppercut. Why does that matter? Because crouching heavy punch does not have anti-air invulnerability, which means it can be interrupted. If this had been a medium punch DP, which was cross-cut, meaning that it was input to the left side, but Ken swaps to the right side because that's where Ken's opponent is, you would have died, and it would have uppercut you. And I would have been like, damn, that was good shit, Melsack. Nice uppercut. But Melsack tries to do crouching heavy punch all the time, which means it lost. And that's why not every jump is a bad jump. Some jumps happen at the right space, at the right time, against the right opponent to force mistakes. And they give you huge opportunities for damage, which you get here. Which brings us to our second great V-trigger opportunity. Now, that isn't what John Rose does. He does a combo and a super, which is great damage, as you can see. It's huge. It ends with Ken in the corner, which is great. Ken doesn't quick rise, which is outstanding. Now we get our choice of Oki. And even though we don't have a lot of life and things are a little dangerous, this is a good spot to be in. You're definitely winning right now. But could we have done more? We got a clean counter hit, cross up, jump in with full meter and full V-trigger. Was a combo in a critical art actually the best choice here? No, it isn't. What was the best choice? I don't know. I don't play Ed like that, so I really can't tell you exactly what you should have done here, but I know we can experiment and look around. What is damage that is similar to this, but less expensive? What leaves us with more resources to work with? Because we can use this meter if we save it for an EX Psycho Upper, for frame 1 invulnerability of our own, for EX Fireballs, which are faster and can hit multiple times and beat Ken's Fireballs, or extra damage if we learn how to anti-air with Ed's up kicks. These are all valuable things that we can do with meter that we can't do if we spend it on this big critical art combo. And I know it feels good to land the combo, and it's gonna get landed again later on in the set, and I think the second usage of it is actually defensible. But in this case, we want to be able to do just a little bit better. We want to be more efficient because we don't just want a big combo, we want a big sequence. And there's a difference. Combos start and end. Sequences in the round. All right? So, we land the critical art. We get the combo. Yada yada. Now we're kind of chilling. Got another punish opportunity here, but we're a little hesitant to go for it. You go for the throw, which is not even really safer, because if he was mashing the XDP, you die here as well. But again, we're not going to linger on it too much. Get away with a jump. Not going to linger on it too much. This is our what is this? Wait, I missed something here. Oh, yeah. Sorry. This was our second great V-trigger opportunity. Mostly because Ken didn't quick rise here. You can do the V-trigger here, make it slow, and just put out a big-ass advancing hitbox that you can just slowly walk behind and force the Ken to make a decision. Is he gonna EXDP? Is he gonna critical art? Is he gonna jump and get anti-air? What's he gonna do? If he does nothing, he can get thrown and die. But none of that happens. Now, I'll give John Rose props. He does do it later on. We're gonna see it before this round ends. But this was the second great opportunity to do it. These are the things we want to keep in mind. These are the resources we can use. This is our third opportunity to use V-trigger. And it's not great, but it's better. Here it is, yeah. But it's better than you should be dead. And you should have died. You're minus 16 here. But hey, we got lucky. It works out that way. Patience here, as Melsack, very, very unfortunately for Melsack, but greatly for us, just burns away their critical art gauge, which they could have used to chip you out if you weren't ready. But they didn't. So, yay. That's a good thing. And now we get the V-Trigger activation. This was a good V-Trigger activation. I am actually really happy to see this. This was a smart time to use it. It didn't work out for you. And that's gonna happen. Sometimes you're gonna make the right decision, put yourself in the right place, at the right time, and then you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna get the hit. They're gonna do something unsafe. It'll be your time. They're -7, they're -4, they whiffed the button right in front of you. This is it. Hit the button, do the combo, win the round. And then you're gonna miss. It happens. There's nothing you can do about it. You'll never be able to avoid it. If you were good enough to hit every one of those shots, you would be the best player in the world, and I would be looking to you for coaching. So would everybody else. You just gotta understand that Daigo messes up, Punk messes up, Idom messes up, Tokido messes up. Everybody fucks up, huh? Don't linger on it. Focus on what you did to get yourself into that situation. Learn the spacing so that you can be in the right place at the right time to do the combo that you have practiced, which is simple, which is objective, yes or no. Because if you can get yourself into that place and put in the time to practice that combo, it can become muscle memory. It can become almost automatic. So when you get that opportunity, you don't hit, Ed hits all by himself. That's what that type of quote means. It refers to you having the discipline to put yourself in the right place so that when the time comes, you do it all on your own without even needing to check in with your own brain because you practiced and dedicated yourself to being ready for that moment. It's not easy. You wouldn't have any reason to pay me if it was easy. You'd already be doing it. But it is simple. And that's the good news. It's something we can just check in and do our best at. Whether we succeed, whether we fail, or somewhere in between, we can do better. That's something everybody needs to be aware of. Not just you, not just me, but all of us. And not just in Street Fighter. So that ends game 1. And that's a bummer. And it's been a while. So I'm gonna just kind of give myself a moment to breathe. Gonna drink some water.